Top of the day to you. Just me. I'm in the kitchen this morning. Too much going on to get up and get out. All right, I'm waiting. There we go. Chris, you back to number one. All right. All right, you always close. Most of the time, you're number one. Good morning to you. When I see you, I know I'm out there. Good morning, Cora, Jacob. Good morning, Marcia. Good morning. Been a tough night. Rose, good morning. Katie, Betsy Lou, Sky, good morning. Flawed but faithful. Linda, good morning. Pat, Sue. The name's going too fast for me now. Dee, Deanna, Kathy, Suzanne, Joyce. Hey, you're rolling by. Charlie, good morning. Claire. Yeah. We didn't sleep well, G and I, last night. We didn't go to bed late, probably midnight. And toss and turn. And we don't have the babies today. Dust stayed, I guess, or Jill took off, whichever. They kept the babies. They said, don't worry about the babies. And she got up early and wanted to get off to. Good morning, Heather. Miss Candu, good morning, Lisa. Get to the hospital. Kim sent me a message about a little after 7. And she was getting dressed, and she said they'll be coming any time to get him, take him down to surgery. So keep Levi in your prayers, guys. We got a long list of prayer requests too, and even Peggy Coleman's dog Lacey. Remember her in prayer. You know, we pray for animals. We pray for Buster, Heidi, Ivan. We pray for animals. God knows them. He knows them. He knows what they mean to us, you know. But he got Levi, and I got Carol Cardacey, who's going to have surgery pretty soon. Madeline, her mom. Vera, pray for Vera. Ronnie and his brother Donnie, and Ray. Now, Ronnie will be going, I think, to his doctor on Monday. Hopefully they'll have some kind of answers for him. And then also the dog Lacey. And another lady sent me, and I didn't get a name for her brother had a heart attack and he's going to have open heart surgery. God knows who he is. So, you know, I didn't get a name off that. Anyway, yeah, thank you, Martine. Just pray for all those that have issues this morning, that need help from above, and pray for all of them, okay? Kim told me this morning, she said, Levi got real quiet. She said, you okay? She said, yes, I'm just talking to God. And she thought that was just awesome. I said, that is awesome right there. That is so awesome. She said he's been talking, and also he's got real quiet, kind of in his own world. He hasn't eaten much. I don't know if he ate anything last night. I think Dan and Lou, went to see him again last night, or went to see him last night, and she'll take him something. Thank you there. He hasn't had an appetite. That's not like Levi, so take him some weenies. He never turned down weenies. But nurse tried to trick him. She says, I'm gonna go out and get you some chicken nuggets. That's sweet. She comes back, and they're hospital nuggets, but it didn't matter. He says, I don't want none. She said, well, later I'm gonna go down to Jack in the Box and get you a hamburger. It's a hospital burger, but she's trying to pass it off as Jack in the Box. He's probably gonna fool Levi on that kind of stuff. I got 8 little dogs here. 8 little dogs. I thought 6 was tough. Try 8. Steve and Sue up in Tennessee got 4 or 5 big dogs. Big dogs, you know. Like Hank, I think's a leader, and he's a black and tan hound. And they're all right there around their feet. So trip over these little ones, I think, probably easier can. Well, I don't know. A big one's trip you up too. But yeah, that's when we walk through the house. You gotta be very careful where you walk, especially now with 8. We kind of dodged 6. Somebody had 21, or was it 12 or 21 huskies? Oh Lord, a lot of dogs, a lot of dogs, a lot of dog food. Yeah, there. Yeah, you got 2, and it's kind of hard work. Huh? Yeah, it is. It is. The 2 little dogs of Kim's, they sleep in a crate at Kim's house every night. So I have a crate, and I went and got them brought in, and they're used to that. I put them in a little bed in it, and at bedtime they go in a little crate, and they're fine. And then we get up, I let them out, and they go out and do their little business, and then they're in and out all day long. They haven't tried to go home, and that's what I was worried about, them getting out. Good morning, Mary, Judy, good morning. Molly, good morning, thank you. Tricia, Karen, Owen, good morning. Sue Chapman, thank you. Prayers for Max. Yes, Max needs prayers too. That's one of their dogs, Max. Yeah, there's several dogs and animals, that I've been talking to folks about, and my mind is kind of blowed out there somewhere. And good morning in Denmark. Yeah, thank you so much. So I may not have everybody wrote down, may not. All right, Secondra Jenkins, glad you're here. Glad you're here. Amy Dale, Ann Dale Homestead, glad you're here. Yeah, awesome. Zach Brown, good morning. Debs Howlett. Yeah, I don't get to call all the names. Good morning, Thomas. Yeah, what would I do? Thomas will know. You got 8 dogs, and what would you do if Ronnie was here? I'd be in terrible shape. I'd put Ronnie in that crate. That's the only way you can handle it. Put him in a crate. Let the little dogs run free. Yeah. Y'all saw my video about them dogs yesterday, and Ivan did a great job, guys. He did an awesome job running 2 dogs off. And but last night, I'll tell you what, I was missing a chicken. So I'm not going to let my chickens out today, because we're going to be gone after a while. At some point, we'll go get Lex this evening late, and I'm going to keep the goats in, or put them in before I leave, close them in, and not let the chickens out today. But some point yesterday, that might have been what them 2 dogs was doing, getting them a chicken. And because I was missing 1 chicken last night. I have 7 hens, and something else could have got it. Yeah, coyote could have got it. A hawk could have got it. Bree has extra chicken. Yeah, I don't know about Bree's chickens. They're good looking chickens. I think she got extra roosters. But and I may hatch some later on. I may just save up a few eggs and hatch me out some later on. But I don't want to get down too low. But I had 7 hens and a rooster, or 2 roosters. And that 1 rooster I can't let out yet because they fight like crazy, and he'll take off back to dance. And so I'm gonna probably one day I have time to take him down and give him to Ralph and Tim, and they can give him a home down there. People always come in there looking for roosters and hens to have their own flocks. And Dan's got some little young roosters. I can get some of them, and if I need to, I can always buy a few little chicks, but I don't really want to buy any. If you notice how high they are, we always use, and this is not an ad, it's not a commercial for them, but we always used Ideal Poultry Farms in Cameron, Texas, have for years. And they have some of the best, healthiest chicks I've ever purchased. I've bought them from different places. And they they're expensive. I was looking at some last night, the little black stars. They lay a brown egg, and they're black, and they're not as apt to be picked up by a hawk, because the hawks are scared of them. Dogs ain't. Coyotes ain't. But Honey and Jess have been very good. Thank you, Seconders. Thank you. Yeah, they've been very good. But I was looking at them last night, like $4 or $5 a piece for a little chick. Whoa, you know, I used to sell chicks years ago. When Jay and the kids was hatching out a bunch of chicks, I'd get eggs from this place. This lady had like 100 and something chickens, and she sold eggs, and they were yard eggs. They were fertile, had roosters with them. They were production red, beautiful chickens. Very popular at the time. May still be popular, and they're kind of a combination meat and egg. They lay good, but they also kind of heavy set. You know, yeah, Lester, you got chicks coming out the ear. Yeah, they get too many too quick. But anyway, I'd go out there. I'd work for the sheriff's office, and I'd buy eggs from her. She'd save them just for me to hatch, because a hatching egg, you don't want to wash it. You'll wash that bloom off it, where they cause kind of a film on it. It kind of keeps it from getting bacteria in it. And you turn them, if you save them for a few days, save them up for maybe 10 or 12 days in room temperature, not out in the heat. But you turn them up in an egg carton with the big side up and the little pointed side down. And every 2 or 3 days you take that, or every day take that egg carton like this, you lay it up on the edge like that. It kind of let that air bubble move around. Next day, turn it up the other way, you know. And she'd do that for me, and about I had a huge incubator. Every 10 days or so, I'd go by and buy just several dozen of those eggs, and come home, put them in an incubator, and they'd hatch out. And G and the kids sold them, 35 cents a piece, 25 cents a piece. You don't see them deals no more, and people lined up to get them. Yeah, they had their own little business going there in the spring. So let's see what's going on with all you folks. I'll be letting you guys know sometime today when I find out something, and I'm sure Kim will too, about Levi. Supposed to be taking him into surgery. My understanding is they're going to draw some of that fluid off his lungs, and I think possibly leave that tube in there, something to drain to. I'm guessing. I'm not for sure. We'll let you know more about it when that happens. One lung is really, maybe both, but one lung is really filled up. And yeah, Ray, I hope you do well in your therapy, son. Ray's probably my age. Hope you do well, buddy. Well, I call Ronnie son sometime. Son of a gun. Oh, you gonna get to meet Steph? All right. And Jamie? Is it Jamie with her? Somebody's telling me Jamie and Steph has took off. Kim told me, Dad, you take care of my stuff. I said, yeah, I just need to know what you want done down there, and I'll go down and do it. She said, okay, after a while, and everything settles down, she'll call me and give me a list of the do's and don'ts. And I said, Kim, I've raised animals before, but I feed mine a certain way, Dad. Kim, I'm not going to go down there and make them chickens run around that building 3 or 4 times before I feed them like you do. You ever wash your chickens? I think you're kind of mentally off. She walks in the pen and they all take off running, go round and around the house. My chickens got better sense than that. They just come to where the feed is. Anyway. Oh, I didn't get to see what they saw. They see Bigfoot? Yeah, he's out there. He's out there. Good morning, Vera. Are you on there? Yeah, Vera's fighting. And she's told you what she's dealing with, and she's very depressed, and I can understand that. I'm guessing I would be too, you know. So I'll pray for Vera. Uh, I think Vera can beat it. She's beat it before. She's tough, and she'll bounce back. We just got to keep praying for her. And she's a good lady, good lady. Somebody misses something. Say a teacup? Oh, okay. That's something else. I didn't go out on the porch this morning. Sitting here in the kitchen because got G off and was trying to get my list put together, try to get my coffee going this morning because we've been up but just dragging, you know, trying to get everything going. And then poor thing, she got ready to go in her car to leave. She called. She said, "Oh, I've got the low tire lights on." I said, "Oh no!" So I go out, and her car shows the air pressure in all four tires, and only one of them was a little bit lower than the other, about a pound. I said, "You're fine. Just, you know, maybe start going. It'll drive and heat up. It'll air up anyway. You know, the pressure come up anyway. Maybe whatever. You're still okay." So she took off. I worried about her yesterday because she went off down there and forgot her phone. And have you ever noticed? Thank you for the prayers there, guys. Cold in Colorado Springs this morning, low 40. Wow. I can stand some of that here this morning. It gets so hot during the day you can't do hardly anything outside. And I didn't do anything outside anyway yesterday. I just kind of, you know, had to watch the dogs and get that kind of straightened out. The rest of it, I just kind of stayed here close to the phone. We used to drive, I was talking to Cuz, you know, we used to drive across the country without a telephone. I mean, you get in a car and drive to California, drive to North Carolina. That's places I drove when I was in the service, and I never had no phone. You know, if you need to make a call, you have to just watch for a payphone somewhere. And I don't even know if they have payphones anymore in most places, at least along the highways and stuff like they used to. Splendor had like one of the little booths. Yeah, it could be pouring out rain. You pull out and get in that little booth. It'd be dry as it could be. Had a little light in it. And then they started to have them on that post set in concrete with a little phone right on top of it. May have 3 or 4 in a row there. But I don't see them no more. They may be around in places. Not around here. So now, you know, you go somewhere, you feel naked if you ain't got that cell phone. We so, all right, well, I see some birthdays popping up here. So Trisha's got an anniversary. I didn't see the birthday. I think it was Judy or Julie. Let's come back with that again, okay? Morning, Deborah Barnes, Carol Mack, Tricia Moore, Betsy Lou, Janet, good morning. We get anniversary for Tricia. I got that. We need a birthday. I saw Judy's birthday. Okay, Judy, okay. All right. But we get in the car now, we take off, we probably got our phone, we turn around and come back home, feel naked without it. And I was trying to catch some of these messages here. Them phone booths, like I say, the one in Splendor had the little door on it and everything, a little solid, you know, glass all the way around, and the top on it be raining or whatever. You sit in there and be on the phone, you know, it had a light in it. When you open the door, a light come on. Pretty neat. But now we go somewhere we don't have our cell phone. We turn around and go back home to get it, or we feel naked the whole way. You know, feel, oh no, hope this don't happen, that don't happen. But she went off yesterday in such a rush, left her phone laying right there on the table. I didn't see it in time. I could chase her down, maybe. But I didn't see it in time. She'd gone about 15, 20 minutes. I said, oh, Lord, there's her phone. And she hadn't noticed, but I guarantee you before she got there, she's digging in that purse, driving along, digging along that purse, that phone. So, anyway, I called Kim, and Kim don't answer her phone. You know, Ronnie does the same thing. Ronnie's the same way. Him and Kim have a lot in common, I think. They don't answer the phone first time you call. Sometimes they'll call you back. Maybe they filtering out who they want to talk to and who they don't. I don't know. But anyway, I called. Sure enough, she don't answer. So a few minutes later, sure enough, she called me back. And I said, Mom left her phone, baby. And I said, I don't know. She's been gone about 20 minutes or 30, whatever, at the time. I don't know how long it'll take her. So if she's not there within an hour, you call me so I can get in the car and try to backtrack, because I don't want to broke down on the road or flat or something like that, you know, no communications, nobody. And she did. She called me back later. She said, Mom's here. But she said I couldn't talk to her either, so she parked at the other hospital, like several big buildings, and she parked at a very far parking lot, and had to walk forever to get there to Levi's room. And but she got ready to leave. I think Kim took her down to her car and he got her started, drove her around to her car, I think, and called me and said, okay, she's on her way. Says, okay, I'll watch it. Sure enough, about 39 minutes she drove in. And this morning she got her phone. So, all right, so that's about all I know. Yeah, in England, used to have call booths. Yeah, watched videos or movies in England, and you see them, and I think it was all painted red or something like that. Maybe it was old timey, but it'd be painted red. Yeah. All right, Hatari's got a problem. I didn't get to see what it was. Let's pray for Hatari, guys. She's in some kind of pain. So put Hatari on our prayer list there. Write that down. Okay, red is your post office boxes. Okay, yeah. These around here, they may have been painted red. The glass ones, mostly glass, so they may have had red on them. I can't remember, you know. It's not quite empty. Am I slamming it down? I'm sorry. You know, people got onto me before for slamming my cup down. I'll gently put it down. Anyway, I just didn't have the time this morning to get out and get set up on my porch over there, guys. Just too much going on, so hope y'all don't mind. We won't be hearing the roosters this morning. I guess I could get Ronnie to call over here and crow a little bit for us. He's good at crowing. Yeah, I slammed it. Ronnie Neal said I slammed it. Well, and I may be slurping it too, Ronnie. I got trouble one day for slurping. Stop slurping that coffee. Okay. Yeah. G does sing. I've always said that about her singing. She sang beautiful. And she used to sing at church all the time, and everybody always loved her singing it. And come up wanting her to sing different things. And someone sent a song here, One Day at a Time, for her to sing, and I haven't showed it to her yet. It's a beautiful song too. And I'll tell you something. Karen Owen sent me something the other day. It was like a recording of a guy playing this, I guess it's called a steel guitar, but it had the Hawaiian music touch to it. And he's playing How Great Thou Art. And it was beautiful. And I told her I'm going to save it on my phone. And I listened to it yesterday a couple of times. If I could find it, I'm going to give you just a touch of it. Just a touch. Can't play the whole thing. But it was just beautiful. And she said her husband used to play play this stuff. The Hawaiian guitar, which sound just like this. Okay, so hang on. Ain't that pretty? That's beautiful. Thank you for sending that to me, sweetie. I love it. Uh, I never could play an instrument. I couldn't carry a tune in a bucket, but I always wished I could have. Our church has always had bands, guitars and drums. And I see them guys get up there and had one old fella, he's passed away now, played the fiddle. And that put out some beautiful music. But yeah, that's beautiful. And her husband used to play his stuff. And I like that Hawaiian touch to it, Anyway, I'm sorry, Hatari, I didn't mean to make you cry, but it is a beautiful song. It does, and I've listened to it, like I say, several times. Listened to it last night, just sitting here in the dark, and she was trying to get ready for bed, and all this stuff about Levi, and some of you folks too. I think about you guys too when I think about people needing prayers. I chatted with Ronnie. I chatted with him about his issues, and I chatted with Vera. Sent her a message or two. My daughter Tina went through the breast cancer stuff, and it's tough. It's tough. But you just have to, in my opinion. Now, I can't tell you what you have to do, and people get sick with different things. Different people react different ways, Tina was tough. She fought it from a tough standpoint, with God on her side, and she beat it. All right, Kimberly plays a banjo, guitar, and something else. Lord, I wish you lived next door to me. You could teach me something. Sit in the corner, PawPaw. Just sit in the corner. No, I do. I'm too old to learn now, but it would have been awesome to have been able to play something. But that is a beautiful song, and that music makes it even more so. If I do a video after a while about Levi, I may play the whole thing. Steel guitars are awesome. They have an awesome sound. Our preacher, he's passed away now, Brother Harold Blum. Tall guy. This guy could play basketball probably for some major leagues out there, but if he'd wanted to back in the day. But about 6'7", something like that. 6'6", 6'7". But he could take an electric guitar and make that thing talk, and he was our preacher. And his wife played the piano like crazy, and they're both passed away now. He was the one that come to visit me, and that fox bit me on my titty, and I said bad words. But awesome guy. Had a lot of fun with him. We've been to cookouts on the river together after that, so he didn't hold it against me. Stuff like that went down. We used to shoot guns and stuff, all of us together, and awesome guy. He could make a doggone electric guitar talk, and his wife played that piano like crazy. She could have fingers all the way at keyboards, and she didn't play by looking at notes. She played by ear. However you do that. There's never nothing in front of her to look at. Just banging away, and it'd just be perfect. Okay. Tracy, good morning. All right, now look here. we've got Tricia has an anniversary. We're gonna sing for her here in a minute. And Judy has a birthday. Is there anybody else? Yesterday, today, or tomorrow, or Sunday? Don't matter. If not, we'll catch you again on Monday. Uh, yeah, y'all says it's beautiful too. He sure does. I'll tell you one I like to listen to also on some of these gospel songs is, see his name will go blank now. I'll have to tell you again in a minute. All right, you gonna hang on a second. Hey, baby.
I'm here.
All right, good, okay.
Yeah, I've been here probably about 10 minutes. I thought I'd better call. So
okay, have they taken him up yet?
No, he's still sitting here and he's sad because he can't have anything to eat or drink.
Well, at least his appetite's back, huh? Or is he just thinking?
Did he eat pizza last night? He ate one breadstick. He ate a breadstick last night.
Well, at least he ate something, okay.
And 3 or 4 bites off of a pizza. Daniel brought him pizza last night.
That's awesome, yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah, so.
All right, sweetie. Anything you want to say? You're on the live. You want to say anything?
No, just I love everybody and keep praying for him.
They are.
All right, baby. I love you.
I love you, baby. Y'all be careful. Keep me posted.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye. Oh, yeah. Anyway, I don't know where I was at. Oh, Alan Jackson. Yeah, Alan Jackson, I think, sings awesome. If I don't know. He sang at George Jones' funeral. I Stopped Loving You. I think it's the name of it. Or He Stopped Loving You, whatever it was. And that may not be the right name, but anyway. And he sounds just like George. Sounds just like George Jones. Yeah. Good singer. Okay. Okay, we got a birthday of Debbie. Debbie's got a birthday here. Hang on. Let me write that down. Okay. Kay Waston is recuperating from pneumonia, I think she said. God love you. Keep her in your prayers. Kay Watson. Christine got a birthday. Oh, all right. Remember, today's Friday, and a lot of clinics, if you bite yourself, close up early, so you may want to get there, depending on how bad you chew on yourself when I'm saying. If you really get into it like Thomas's friend up there in Alaska, but up there, they get wild up there. You live in that igloo up there where Thomas lives. You start biting. You don't know when to quit. Sing to Ronnie for his bad habits. I don't know if a song would help Ronnie. Pray for Debbie Turner. Okay? Put Debbie on our prayer list here. Debbie Turner. Good news, Reba. I didn't get to see it, Reba. You're supposed to keep me posted. Okay. All right. Alma. Jade has a birthday on the 22nd. I didn't get to see the rest of that. Jade. Okay. Good morning, Connie Hill. Smucker Smurf has one on Tuesday. We'll catch you on Monday. You make sure you're on here on Monday. All right, Reba, you're forgiven. He's doing a lot better. That's you're supposed to keep me posted. See, I don't have to get my information from Ronnie. They just don't seem right. I'm just picking on you, baby. It's okay. Ronnie's been keeping me posted about Ray too. Uh, yeah, happy Earth birthday to anybody on the chat here with us, guys. If I don't have your name, we wish you a happy birthday anyway. Dot was out of electricity the other night. Poor thing. She called and she wished she could borrow one of the generators I have because they was out of light. Somebody hit a telephone pole, a light pole, and knocked all their lights out for several hours. I said, well, I wished I lived closer. I'd bring one over and hook you up. Yeah, thank you there, Linda. That's good. Okay, we're gonna sing, get out there, so y'all can have some time to kind of recuperate. I'm just trying to make sure I got everybody on here. I've got Tricia has an anniversary. Okay. Birthdays is Jody, Debbie, Christine, and Jade. Anybody else? Okay, I'm trying to watch. So we're gonna do the anniversary song first. Anniversaries they're awesome. The more anniversaries they have, the more awesome they get. Yeah. Lord, how did I make it? How did I make it this far? All right, so here we go for the anniversary, Tricia. You better hang on, sweetie. You hang on. Happy anniversary to you. Happy anniversary to you. Happy anniversary, Tricia. Happy anniversary to you. Cha cha cha. All right, now we got her done. Okay. Now we got Jody, Debbie, Christine, and Jade. Okay, here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Jody, Judy, Debbie. I'm gonna start over. I'm starting over. Stop. Erase that. Delete that. Here we go. Happy birthday. We go. See how confused I am this morning? I'm never confused. Never. Never confused. All right. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Judy, Debbie, Christine, and Jaden. Happy birthday to you. Cha cha cha. Yeah, I may have been a little bit confused there, just a little bit. It's just been a tough day or two. Yeah. I'm sitting here thinking about what I'm gonna have for breakfast. I got a lot to do this morning. I got a lot to do. I gotta let my animals out, my goats, and Gidget and feed them, feed the chickens. I'm not gonna let the chickens out. I got to take water to the chickens because they're gonna be closed in. I've got to take the car and go get gas this morning, my car, and she says you need to wash it. It's out there, it just collects that dust all week, just sitting there. And somebody said I look like Fred Sanford. I like old Fred. I like Fred. Fred he can make your day. Yeah, sausage biscuit, egg, hash browns. That sounds good. You talked me into something here in a minute. Or I may stop at Jack in the Box and get one of those loaded breakfasts. They're awesome. Well, I can make one at the camp too. I can make one here if I wanted to. Got that. And you can even get them a sourdough bun if you want it. if it's real sourdough. I don't know about them places like if it's real sourdough or not. You know what I'm saying? It may just be a flavoring. I don't know. But it's got the hard fried egg in there. It's got a slice of ham, slice of sausage, slice of cheese. Your sourdough is better for you. I know that. Yes, it is. And I get caught up over that house. I'm gonna try to get back into that stuff. I used to have a little bit going a lot of times. I'd make sourdough biscuits a few times, and I'd make several, and I'd save them and have a couple every morning till I run out. But there's just so much going on over there, and you know it's kind of on the downside of it right now. There's not a whole lot left to do. There's still a lot to do, but we're not pressed, you know. And you know, and G and I was talking about the other day, sitting on the porch. You know, it's she's anxious, but you know, we got Levi to deal with, and because Kim's our main contractor, you know, call her that. She's in charge of everything that's done over there. Buddy's over the plumbing, and Buddy's been working his day and night. And we're not homeless. We're not living in tents like some of them poor folks up in North Carolina had to do, and Tennessee up that way after that hurricane. With winter coming, you know, some may still be in tents. I don't know. I'm hoping they help them get something going. But anyway, we're not in bad shape. We'll get over it eventually. I do have, I showed you on my video, I have most of the connections I need. I looked out by going up there to McCoy's. Coming out of that tank is a 4-inch line, 4-inch. All of mine here at this house is all 3-inch. And I think Dan, all of us 3. I don't know where when they put that one in over when they put 4-inch, that's fine. But I thought if I had a bunch of 3-inch pipe left. That stuff's expensive. Schedule 40 stuff, real thick stuff. And I had some there. I said, if I could just get the fittings and find a reducer coming from 4 to 3, I'd be in good shape. And I found one at McCoy's, and it really saved me some money. So anyway, I like going to McCoy's. You know, I like Home Depot too. But the thing about Home Depot, unless you can order it and have it curbside, I don't walk real well. And I hate walking to big stores. I do, and it seems to me sometimes you go in there, and G and Kim run into it here just a while back, trying to Lenovo. You can't find nobody to help you sometimes. There's people on every aisle. Well, check so-and-so or check such an aisle. And you walk and walk. I was down there one time, and I need a couple of, and I'm not running them down. They have everything you need. If you know where it's at or can find it, they got it. They've got it. And the prices are good at Home Depot. They really are. So I'm not down them. I'm just saying I was down there one day and I looking for some metal hinges. And I'd walk, looking where I thought they would be. Asked 2 or 3 different people, oh, check aisle such and such. I'd go there and walk it up and down it. Finally, I met a friend of mine, Danny. Me and Danny go way back. He's not allowed to hang around me no more after he got married. Yeah, he was the one that cuz messed him up on his date. You know, y'all have heard about me tell that story about Danny. Anyway, it's cuz's fault. But anyway, I see Danny in there, and Danny don't work there. He's just there. And I said, Danny. He said, hey, buddy, how you doing? All this way, you know, meeting each other, talking, laughing about different things. He said, what you looking for? I said, oh, some metal hinges. Right over down there on such and such aisle. We walked down in there, they was. I said, you ought to work here, Daddy. Just meet people at the door, show them where the stuff is. He probably was in there all the time. Nothing else to do. He worked for the fire department. So he'd go over and hang out. Ronnie. All right, guys. So Oh yeah. I'm just kind of out of it today. Yeah, I hope I can kind of get back into this all by Monday. I hope everything comes out good with Levi and he's doing good and Kim can get some rest. But I guarantee you she's not going to leave him as long as he's there. Uh, Thank you there, paranormal. I feel paranormal today. Uh, she's not going to leave that boy as long as he's there. She may leave him to run over to the store or run downstairs get something to eat if somebody's there with him. But she's not going to walk in that room if some of the family's not in there with him to, you know. Uh, anyway, so as long as he's there, she's there, and we'll all just kind of chip in and take care of all her stuff. I got her little dogs, and I'll go down. She'll call me today and tell me what I need to do down there, and possibly over the weekend, Caden, not Caden, but Connor. Connor knows a whole lot about what Kim does down there. He's over all the time, and I may get him to help me out a little bit. You got turkeys in your backyard, or the wild turkeys. That's awesome. That is awesome. That's awesome. I've watched some of these videos of people up y'all's way with bears coming through your yards, bears coming in the garage. I cannot imagine sitting out there working on something and look over my shoulder, be a bear standing. I'd tear the back of that barn out, that garage out. Thank you, Kathy. I think so too. God's going to take care of it. And it's so sweet this morning when Kim said he got real quiet. She says, "What's wrong?" He says, "I'm just talking to God." Yeah, I thought it's so sweet. Yeah, we have raccoons and possums, but that's mainly a night thing. And I can't feed the cats in late in the evening because there'll be cat food left over, and raccoons, we always call them coons. Raccoons and possums both will show up and eat their food. And then you got them on the back patio. So I always feed early in the morning so all the food's gone before the day's over. Yesterday, that's going to be part of my job, her bird Rosie today. I guess she's going to call me, give me a list of everything I have to do. I think Steph and them took care of everything before they left, before they got gone, and today, and Connor may have went over and done stuff for her last night. I don't know. She said she'd call me today and let me know what I need to do, and so that's where I'm at right now. And Steve has deer come up in his yard. They come to his garden every year. Between him and them deer, he has a hard time getting the harvest out. Them deer out there all the time. We don't have that problem here, maybe because of the dogs and stuff. You know, it's too many dogs there. Same with the squirrels. Squirrels will come out over in these here live oaks around the new house over here and get those acorns. And they'll also come up there and cut on those pine cones. But they don't stay there because the dogs and the cats are out there all the time, and I guess they run them off and chase them or whatever. Thank you, Ann. Anna, thank you so much. I'd love for the squirrels to stay there. I think it'd be really like you can go to a park, see all these squirrels just to run around all around. My friend Larry and I went camping up a place called Cypress Lakes 2 or 3 years ago. And we'd cooked outside and burgers and stuff. And you see these eyes out there in the dark glowing. And next thing you know, they getting closer and closer. It was in a raccoon, 2 or 3 of them. So we started throwing pieces of bread and stuff, hamburger bun and stuff. Next thing you know, about a dozen of them. They're about to take over. Yeah. Because there's all just, nobody hunts there, and they're just gentle. They just come up and you start almost eat out of your hand. But yeah, it's pretty neat. Oh, wow. A mama bear and 3 cubs in your yard. That's dangerous, I think, huh? You get around a mama bear with cubs. I think I've been told it's very dangerous. I was reading about this lady, true story, up there somewhere, one of these northern states, there by herself. And I think she heard this noise outside, something in a trash can open front out on the front porch, and there was this black bear, male black bear. And so she got some possum pants or bangles he'd leave. He attacked her. He didn't run away. He come up on the porch, and she run in and slammed the door. But the patio door right down from her was open. And he come in that patio door and got her. That's just scary stuff. Yeah, he killed her. I'd be scared to death up there. You know, we've talked about that. Some of these places up there, you guys, everywhere you go, like in Alaska, you see them guys, all of them carrying guns everywhere they go. I mean, in Texas, they carry guns too, but it's not for animals. But these guys, the old big 44 Magnums and stuff strapped up because of bears and stuff. And I think, you know, I'd hate to have to go out there and feed the chickens and load up with guns just to go feed a chicken. You know, not knowing what's out there. But I guess we get used to where we live. We get used to what's around us, you know. We go back in the back, not to really worry about animals, unless a wild hog or something like that. I don't worry about coyotes, and maybe, you know, if you was hurt or something like that and you couldn't get away or something, a pack might do something to you, maybe if it wanted to, I guess, if you was injured. But and now and then there's a cougar will come through. You can hear them, you know, down there. You find their tracks sometimes. Something like that might do you in. But as far as just going back there, unless Bigfoot, Bigfoot might. But he ain't never hurt nobody around here. He's just back there. But you know, as far as something like up there where you got bears and cougars and stuff like that all out around your barns and stuff, you know, whoa, I ain't going to the barn. But I hear the ghosts. I ain't going out there. I don't know. I have to load up, go out the door, shoot, boom, boom, boom. Thomas is in Alaska. Yeah, Thomas went to Alaska. I'll tell you a story about Thomas. He don't mind. He went to Alaska when he was 22 years old. Going to work a little while and come back, make some money and come back. You know, lots of money to be made in Alaska, you know, I guess, in those days. Pipelines and all that kind of stuff, oil business and stuff, all that going on, construction and stuff. Yeah, but he stayed. 61 years up there. Still there. Same igloo. He built it good. Chunk, cut that ice out of there. I watched Outdoor Boys on YouTube make an igloo. There's a lot goes into it. You gotta shape them as they come over. Thomas knows how to do this. Ronnie says he's a Russian spy. I don't know. No, boys. Here's somebody on the porch. I may have company. I may have company. I don't see nobody. Maybe it's Bree. I'd be Bree come over here to harass me. Ronnie claims a lot of stuff about poor Thomas, Sweet Thomas. I'm gonna start calling him Sweet Thomas. In Alaska, it's illegal to give a moose beer. I bet so, because moose already, they say, kill more people than bears. Can you imagine that? Yeah, I can imagine. I know if I went to Alaska or somewhere like that, remote, first thing I'd do, my house, my cabin, whatever I built, would be bear-proof. I don't know how I'd do it. And I'd have a fence ready, and it may be electrified, something to keep them away from my house. I'd hate to be able to go out on my porch to have coffee and have to get eaten by a bear, you know, or a moose pawing me down. If he had to do like a drunk moose, I bet so. Anyway, I love watching off-grid things about people up there, not only Alaska, but in Canada and places like that. I've been watching one lately on no boy over in Canada somewhere, bought him, I think, 41 acres. Now, it's remote, too. The only way to get there by boat. And, yeah, I don't know. It's a, you have to be one that don't mind being alone and living by yourself. Cause he's like it by himself for 2 or 3 weeks at a time, you know, before he gets in his boat and goes back down 20 miles or so to his neighbors. Yeah, go visit my neighbor this week. Dan got him an elk. He got an elk. I'm very proud of that elk he got. So we'll have some meat this winter. He better share it. I know where his refrigerator is, where his freezer is. Yeah, he'll be locking me out. Yeah, Tricia said her son left for Alaska as soon as he graduated. I probably thought about it when I was a kid growing up, going to Alaska. And probably if I hadn't got married, I would have probably went. I wouldn't have stayed. I don't think, because I've always been a homebody. I always wanted to be home here. But I would have probably went for a while. I would have went for a while. But I got married. I hadn't regretted that at all. I don't regret it. But I would have probably went to Alaska. Yeah, Joyce, you're a homebody. Me too. The 4 years I was away, and I thought of Plum Grove, Texas. I just get back to Plum Grove, Texas. I ain't ever leaving. Yeah, all the places I went, stuff I saw and stuff I did. All I want to do is go back to Plum Grove, Texas. Just let me go back. I told the Lord, you take me back. I ain't leaving. I ain't leaving again. Wendy, you feeling bad? Y'all pray for Wendy too. Wendy's not feeling well today. Okay, I didn't see that just now. So, Wendy, you're in our prayers too, sweetie. So I want to talk about the gold rush. When I was in California, working the sheriff's office out there, Butte County, I tried my hand at gold panning for gold. And there in that Feather River. And you could actually get some. I mean, you're not going to get enough. Although, I say you're not going to get enough. I knew a man and a woman had a mining claim, I guess you call it, and they'd pan for gold up in one little secret creek somewhere, and they never told them about where. But they rode motorcycles, and I was taking a course when I was out there, and they was in that same class with us, and they talked about it all the time, and they'd bring some little things of gold that they'd pan. I went down to the Feather River and panned, get a little flake now and then. It's there. It's just, you know, you'd have to get where it's really a lot to do anything, but if you had nothing else to do, like Ronnie could sit out there right now and just pan away, because he don't do anything anyway. We're getting pretty close to cutting off here, guys. I just wanted to say, if you're new here, we usually I'm a little bit more livelier, I think, maybe, and maybe not. Maybe this is the best I get. But, and we're usually outside somewhere, you listen to roosters crow and stuff. If you're new, stuff like that, you know, and get a little bit cooler weather, we'll go out and hang out with the goats some morning, stuff like that. We welcome you anyway. You're welcome here. You can't meet better people than this right here. Thank you there, Kate. Thank you, Sandy. You'll never meet better people. People like to chat. You want to chat with people. So many of these folks here, when we turn this off and going about our business for the day, they're texting with each other, their phone calls with each other, their emails with each other, and it goes on. They've made friends for life. No matter what happens here, they'll still be friends for life, and you can make friends like that. And there's a lot of folks maybe not you. There's a lot of people out there that don't have no close neighbors. They don't have no close family close by. And they may want to chat with somebody or, make new friends from having coffee with them mornings. You have coffee with us 3 days a week. Black bear sausage. Never tried it. Anyway, so you're welcome, all you new folks. And if you've been here for a while, I thank you for being here with us. I hope you keep coming back. And one of these days, when they tell you something you didn't know, maybe. You don't know. You don't know. So I'm going to get off here and get busy with the stuff I got to do for myself and wait for Kim and them to call me about something I need to do down there and get that car gassed up and stuff for today. Needs a wash job. I got to do all that kind of stuff this morning. I love you guys. Y'all have a great day. Take care, and I'll see you back here on Monday, good Lord's willing. I have a video every day. If I don't do gifts and goodies or something like that on tomorrow, I'll have something for you anyway, okay? Something. Maybe some updates and stuff. We'll do something. Okay? I love you guys. Y'all take care.